go. Game day, baby. Let's get it. Got a little North American action coming at you guys. We got two of the top teams locking horns this afternoon. Basically prep for seasonal. Seasonal actually kicked off this morning with 3 matches. All Chinese teams played this week. Most North Americans and Europeans will play the following weekend. But tonight, or should I say this afternoon, some of you Euros that are tuning in, we've got HELIOS taking on Syndicate. The map is Omaha, and our midpoint is Verville-sur-Mer. So this is all stuff that's been predetermined. Those of you that don't know, that have kind of been under a rock a little bit, the 15.3 patch gave us the ability to custom set our layouts. So that's exactly what we're going to be using today. The other 4 points will be a flip of the coin. We don't know, but just knowing midpoint is a big deal. Omaha over time has gotten this this reputation as a comp map. It wasn't always so. I'm glad to see that it's just part of, like, it almost feels like a meta map at this point. I've seen so many matches, important matches played on Omaha. So yeah, definitely glad it's something new. It's just not always the same SMDM or SME. So yeah, this is going to be a fire match. HELIOS is looking to kind of get back on track. They've had, let's just say, a tough run of late. They've lost some matches to some teams that ordinarily they might beat. And yeah, they're going up against Syndicate, and Syndicate's joined forces with MS, which has a ton of talent. They've got shooters, they've got tankers, so it really balances out Syndicate's squad. So HELIOS is going to have their hands full today. It's going to be a good one, no doubt. As far as the factions, who's on what side, we've got allies as Syndicate coming off the beach, whereas the Germans being played today by HELIOS will be coming from the west. And yeah, I guess we could just jump in. But yeah, before we get started, hit that like, subscribe. Guys, I'm 15 away from that 1,500 milestone, getting awfully close. So hit that up, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good shit. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump into the match. Oh, actually, you know what? I put this damn graphic together. Damn it. There it is, right there below. That's the matchup today. I'm all fired up. Let me just see. What do we got, actually? We got 99 players in match, so we're just waiting on one. So this is going to flip at any moment. I try to time it up so that I don't have too much dead air. So we're about to get started, so I'll see you guys into the live. All right. We'll get a chance to just quickly go over the roster. Obviously, these players are out of position. I mean, Haggard will not be commanding, even though it's his dream. Oh, and there's our official flip. All right, so let's just wait and see how the rest of the strong points. Okay, we got Dog White, WN70 at the bottom. So I will switch that up. Need to do some small production things behind the scenes, so just bear with me a moment. Fourth attacking will be the Orchards, and fifth and final, if we get that 4, is Les Iles. So all right, I am set up. All right, and I will be joining Octong's squad, so I'm just waiting for my boy. There he is. I'm joining him. Alrighty. Kidoke. All right. Let's get through the things that we have to get through, like important things like the rules. Anybody new to competition tuning in, this is the way we do it out here. We build nodes from the start of the match. You can't touch them, you can't destroy them. So Munitions, manpower, and fuel will be plus 60 throughout the entire match. Tigers will only be spawned, no Panthers, and one single artillery gun, which are when a Chung Panzer gets in, that's where he's going to stay. So that is the rules. Now, in terms of like rollout, I mean, you're going to see probably a balanced approach to Verville-sur-Mer. Controlling the north just above. Obviously, you're going to send bodies to the strong point, and then a concentration will be definitely in the south. I think the emphasis for this will be south control. So I'm interested in seeing how they roll this thing out. All right, 39 seconds. Like I said, tune-up, we'll call it, to seasonal starting next week for all the European and North American teams. Seconds from live. Try and time this clock up. All right. Everything is good. Let's grab our transport truck. Reductoris. He's got his AT kit ready to rock. These are the snipes. Supplies dropping. Obviously looking to build into blue. The man's trying to protect them so they can't be seen as easily. All right. Let's pop that out. Where did it go? Yeah, that's going to miss. Now, for this point, what I'm hearing for Allies, it's most likely going to be a retake. Chances of them getting the point off the start is very, very low. Now, that truck got sniped. So, as you guys can already see, bodies in the strong point. Not likely for Syndicate to capture this off the start, although I must say it's a very balanced midpoint, and recapping is definitely one of these maps that you can expect. Gonna sit up top, try and give you the macro head down look. So Syndicate's opting to go south. Once the point gets flipped, there is a recon which goes down. Davy Jones and company take it. So they're gonna have this front door presence, which you can see directly below me. Both medium and light need to stay up. Very important that both. So in a moment we shall see Helios go up 3-2, taking the early lead, capturing Verville-sur-Mer off the start. Not unexpected. Let's just pop map, get an idea. Garrisons all the way up and down the G column. OPs are the most important thing. Squad leaders, if they get burnt out in the red, need to replace. So those, and let's just see if we're trying to get a red zone at the south and hook up underneath. YOLO P4. Very aggressive, looking to take out the light. Now, if Syndicate can score this Panzer IV kill, that's a big bonus, but Graz will have none of that. Takes out the light. Panzer IV damage, but still in play, no problems. Victorious with the Panzer IV kill. That's a big, big play. Huge play. Panzer IV hanging it out. Once again, I'm going to pull map up just to give you an idea of macro. Stealthy. Running into a full squad to the south. A lot of inf to the north. Get an idea of where these light tanks want to go. Helios opting to keep the looks up north, looking to maintain north map control. Shout out to that boy Angelo playing today. And we'll just rotate down and kind of give you an idea. Syndicate with the medium. We're going to keep eyes on that. All the way down to the south, which is, this is artillery battery. So Syndicate definitely wants to control both north and south. Kind of bottleneck Helios up. Again, playing most likely, like I said, off the start for the recap. Syndicate dropping. Is that the light? Yeah, I believe. Stewart going dead. Can't keep that thing still for too long. Just a quick check of our roster. Shaytex commanding. Tank squads. Lord Jax is running one of those. Also, Mr. Dew is in another tank for Syndicate. For those of you that know comp, Mr. Dew is one of those legendary tankers. Started originally with TL. He's kind of bounced around. Most recently, he was on Extreme Dinosaurs for a hot minute, and now he's back over on MS. Those of you unfamiliar with comp, this is what we call meat grind, front door. And nobody better at meat grind than that man right there, kill switch. Gets taken down by bears, bears. bombing run from Axis. Doesn't get the inf. He's looking for this cluster of inf here to the south. Those of you guys that don't know, I'm just kind of sitting in Discord on the Syndicate server in one of the tanker channels, and these guys are talking about everything but the game. It's freaking hilarious. Amazing. It's quite entertaining. Syndicate slowly grinding their way in closer and closer with each minute towards the church. The best way to clear out any space is satchels. So anytime you see that, this is a satchel. This is the level 9 class that Forbes is rocking right there. You see any of those get close to the church, like Giga right there, who just went down. Any one of these players from Syndicate can get to the church with that kit. Satchel's going to make all the difference. So they're going to keep pressing. Starting to make some progress on front door. Just give you guys an idea of how the other side lives. Holding lanes is very important. This is our man Worst, basically shooting in this compound area to the southwest of Verville-sur-Mer, trying to suppress and make the life of the grind, the meat grind. So he's getting shots on anything in here, inside this little cemetery to the north. Makes everyone's life on the point proper meat grind, whatever you want to call it, much easier. Artillery going off, you can see on the right side of your map. Mage is doing that work for Helios, an OG, and also former TL guy, now joined with Helios. Definitely a very capable guy. Now Airhead, allied. Now you can see the blueprint, wonderfully placed, secure. Our commander, Shaytex, doing his homework. Now times that up beautifully with a bombing run. Now we're starting to see cap progress. All about that timing. Airhead's gonna stay up. This is why we love Omaha now, because it's just so balanced. Even though Helios off the start took, Syndicate having a chance at recap. Not all maps are like this. They're extremely grindy, and you don't really get as many opportunities to recap. Not the case with Omaha. Definitely not the case with this midpoint. calls out. I'm glad I jump in the armor channel. Mr. Do is calling out a tiger in the midpoint. I believe he's absolutely correct. Shelling inf by that smoke area. Satchels going off. Recon flares going out. I mean, it's just a crazy fight over mid all the time. Some maps, you play it sporadically. This is going to be a constant back and forth battle. Whoever has the midpoint. So we're going to call it round one. Helios repelling the Syndicate attack. Giga with the, I was telling you, he has the level 9. Did he get it? Is the hotbox dropped somewhere? Not sure. We'll know in a second. Okay. Might have been his satchel. Satchel going off. That's going to be the call of the day. Anytime you've got a building that needs to be cleaned out, once again, Giga trying his best to get 2. Keep an eye on him. He's a very important player. Healing that little wound he's got. We're just going to stick with him a little bit. Puck might not see him on the other end. Doesn't see Puck. Patience is the virtue. Works for Puck. Gets his man. And I'm probably going to say it about 50 times. Absolutely love this midpoint just because of all this action you're seeing. I mean, we're literally, what, 20 minutes post match start. And these guys are fighting over like mid-cap is still in contention. Right now with that arty. He's got this OP zeroed. SL would be wise to pull that and move it somewhere. You know, but it's crazy. In the midst of all that, Syndicate keeps coming. Full arsenal. Apparently, I think it's the way it's classified. I think it's classified also as a medium and not a heavy, because you got the Tiger as a heavy and the medium as Panther, which is kind of insane because they're both heavies. Not only that, I think they reload faster. Unless they balance that, I have to check with my tanker guys. I think the Panther is with a slight 2-second reload time, unless they patched it recently. But like I said, you need to check with those tankers. They know. Ooh, Satchel taking out a large group. Haggard in there, placing another Satchel. Looks like a 30-second short fuse. Fuse is coming over. He's probably wondering what the hell. Brog takes out. Fuse, even if he wanted to get the satchel, we're going to back up. That's going to pop off. It's not going to get as many guys. But Richie B in the house, along with Chucks, our squad lead. Oh my God, gas in those boys. Mage is having a field day right now. It's amazing. Here, let's just get an idea. We've got competing artillery. We've got Helios Mage on the left side of your screen dropping arty strikes, and Atong Panzer dropping arty strikes inside of the cemetery area of our midpoint. He's electing to go with smoke. Might switch up for HE in a second, just to confuse the enemy. Trot's Vengeance and Wicks in the heavy Tiger tank. Something getting blown up. Once again, another Stuart light tank. But here we go. Roughly 20 minutes into the match. Syndicate has achieved at least part of the goal, which is the church itself. Some of the best shooters are in the church right now. Kill switch. Reductorius. We got Zemo. Doc Holliday joining the party. This is where you got to make sure that you got bodies on the outside of the church, because the same exact thing will happen to Syndicate, which is satchels on the back end. Do we have anybody with a satchel here? Not quite yet. We got 2 SLs. Satchel goes off. Doesn't get as many Syndicate players. Tough position. Can't really support the inf. I think he's just sitting with his body weight in the point itself. The Tiger, I guess, is probably sitting right here somewhere near the edge. Got a bombing run where it is definitely an Axis bombing run. Let's get it to the choosing to go diagonally. Now Smithers, I'm almost certain, Helios default commander. I'll double check that in a moment. Big spawn from Helios, temporarily holding the point. Oh my God, the artillery on both sides is crazy. Crazy fight for our midpoint. Run with reason for a second. He can get up in behind the infantry, behind. Clap some bodies, maybe catch an OP or two. Takes out Death Vice. He's got 2. Takes out Forbes. That's 3. Reason's on a rampage right now. Taking out Puck. Artillery eventually gets him. That's exactly what you need. Back end of The church is cleaned out, forcing Helios to respawn and rush their bodies back into the strong point. Haggard sees it, gets it. One in the bank, baby. Poking the shit out of that. Hans. My God. Meat grind is popping today, boy. I don't even know what's going on to the south. Those guys. Those guys are just chilling out there. This is where the action is. All the shit popping off. Gibbs rolling that YOLO. Looking to clap OPs. Be a disruptor. Oh, man, getting caught on this. What in the hell? That Mike Lowry in the house. How the hell did Mike just get dropped? Choxy? Getting TK'd by Giga? Richie B with one. Richie B looking to finish the job. Does he get it? All right, the light is still in. I don't know how. All right, light goes down. Holy shit, man. This is a crazy fight. All right, let's leave Meat Grind just for a moment. Let's get an idea what's going on to the north. Daddy and the boys to the north by West Verville. Again, this is all about the map control. You don't want to get wrapped. Although, look, WN70 is the next point. You're probably not going to dedicate many bodies to the north in the 3. That's just madness. But you definitely want to have bodies in the 4 so you can press. Soledad is hooking. Got OP up. I mean, there are 50 supplies sitting on the edge of the E column. If you can get a double drop, they can have a back garrison. It's always good to have a back garrison, but only after you've got enough front door pressure. Our boy 404, easy work. Now he's got the subs. Wonder what he's thinking about. Takes out Gangin. Just going to keep in here. Excel sees him. 404 doesn't know it. Excel had the drop. Finishes the work. So you'll see Daddy's squad and Cap K. They'll fight the north the whole entire time. These guys are just going to continue to battle over this 3 column. And as you make your way further south, things start to get thicker and thicker in the way of inf. Angelo taking out Haggard. Haggard all on an island on his own. So for Helios opting to cover the north. This is the north of the midpoint. All types of got MGs trying to cover tanks. Oh my God, he's been satcheled. He's been satcheled. I think 404 got it. It's only seconds away. It's done. Boom, boom. Or is that Mark? I think Mark Tanks might have got that. job, Mark. That's a huge play. Where is this Tiger? Tiger's just north defending. Angelo trying to clap. I mean, OP spawned in. Angelo knows where it is. That damn MG, man, just slicing and dicing up top. Jaywalk, look at it. That's just a jaywalk. He knows. Yeah, it is what it is. That OP's covered. Squad leads to readjust that grenade. Takes out. So, to the north, Angelo and 3FM kind of taking care of business just northwest of Verville-sur-Mer. Meat grind is crazy. But to the south, again, I guess it's just a matter of, for Helios, they've decided we're going to control the north. Syndicate said we're going to control the south. So we'll see what strategy works. Because I think meat grind is just going to be a constant back and forth. I mean, whatever progress happens, you know, if Syndicate can, let's say, press into the strong point, it's going to force Helios to kind of pinch back and pull in tight. And that's where you'll see south start to move up. So now they're no longer lane holding. South can move in. Hagrid and Reason building the AT gun, shelling. Getting shots on tank. Looks like he's got turret. Couple shots on that Tiger. Let's get an idea. He's got two rounds in on Wix's tank. Wix is out to repair, along with Trots. So, again, timing. Can Syndicate Inf take advantage of this downtime for the Tiger to repair? We're just going to park it right here, boys and girls. This is pretty much where the fight is. If Helios starts to lose the strong point, you're going to start to see Inf from the north rotate down into the strong point. So, Syndicate owning the back end. Able squad leader, Daddy, was from the north, decided, all right, can we get hooked in behind? A delaying tactic, basically. Deny Helios the opportunity to get into the strong point while the point is getting capped. Daddy's OP is huge. If Daddy's OP can stay up and get another fresh spawn off, it looks like it might happen. That is so huge. The Syndicate looking really strong. Daddy gets a fresh spawn. You got Kill Switch, Davy Jones, and Hunts in there looking good. Front door doing its job. Back end pressure with Daddy's OP. And this is where you're starting to see INF from the north rotate down. Raz, Jaywalk, no longer on that building top, moving in, trying to find another position. This is where you need some timed artillery. Commander, if it's at its ready, have that bombing run. And this is literally the fourth, maybe fifth time Helios has had to deal with a significant push from Syndicate. Great back and forth, the whole entire game. I mean, we're coming up on the halfway point, and this has been back and forth nonstop from the start. Artillery coming in on the cemetery on the back of the church. But once again, I'm going to say Helios doing a fine job clearing out that back OP of Daddy's. Daddy's OP is burnt out. And this is the third or fourth time Helios has done a fine job of cleaning up, readjusting. You really do need that bombing run from north to south. I mean, if you could just run it from the church all the way north to where they're heavy, all the way up to Death Vice, from Super Coke. That's what these guys need. It'll free this front door. You give Gas and Zemo and these boys a little bit of breathing room with that bombing run and some artillery. You watch how fast this strong point can get flipped. And I haven't pulled up the big map in a minute. Nothing's changed. G column still loaded with garrisons. More than enough supplies sitting on the field. Inf south heavy. Front door heavy. Sitting inside the soft cap. I mean, Syndicate map control outstanding. It's a matter of can Syndicate get it together with the Inf and the tanks. We're starting to see movement now. Athens and Nam moving up with their medium. We got a 76. The play's on. Double 76s. A medium. This is sick. Where is the armor for Helios? Looking for the armor. Okay, we've got a Tiger looking to flank. Oh my goodness. Now, if this Tiger, way out of position, wondering how far it's going to go. It's way out of position. It has to come all the way up underneath. It has to get at least to the F. These guys are just opting to sit, where are we? To just sit just east of Orchards, shell the point. Not too interested in engaging what's on the point. You should hear this armor channel, guys. Oh my God, I wish I could play. These guys are going insane right now. That's why I know a lot's about to happen. Tanks are engaging. Satchel being placed. I'm hearing Satchel placed on tank. It is correct, Mr. Do. Kudos to you, my boy. That's a boom. Tiger erased off the board. That's a huge Gonna call it right now. Syndicate with a huge tank advantage. Can they use that to their advantage now? And let me tell you, boys and girls, this is what you're getting. Two of the best NA Hell Let Loose teams. 2 and 3 respectively. Who's officially the second best team aside from a Spree, who's arguably the best team in all this damn game. But who's fighting for the second spot? This could be the game that decides. Doesn't matter. Both teams played Climber, maybe not with their best rosters, but today to this afternoon, these are the 2 best rosters I've seen in a while for both of these teams. So after this match, we're going to know who is the clear number 2. You know, I'm so impressed right now with Helios' ability to constantly push Syndicate back. I mean, this midpoint has been contested multiple times. Masterful job of clearing space and then going back and maintaining map control. They don't lose map control, which is the most important thing. They don't over allocate resources to the midpoint, and I'm going to attribute that to our commander, Smithers, down there. Probably directing a lot of this traffic. We're going to stay down south by artillery battery here. Gas is somebody you don't mess with. He just takes out... Was that Garrison? Yes, he did. He just laid down and took out Garrison. Beautiful job in E7. Takes out Garrison. Now, Twad Richie B. B9, a.k.a. Bloody 9, with gas. If these guys can make any progress in assist with the front door push... This is, I think, where Syndicate can actually have a chance at taking our midpoint. Vierville-sur-Mer. Scope is about to get overwhelmed. He does it of OP. OP is about to go down. Snarky Snack's about to eat. Burn them out in the south. That's beautiful. King Squad with Bloody 9. 100 supplies. Maybe we just stick with Bloody 9. About to run into Sizz. Sizz is just out-ratting the rat. It's whether or not do you build the garrison or do you wait for... The front door pressure is sick. You've got 2 heavies. Is that a third? Holy shit, 1, 2, 3. We got 3 heavies in the soft cap for Syndicate. Honestly, if I'm B9 right here, I'm going and building garrison. I'm going to hook on my homie right here. Got a light tank kind of in the area. Snarky with the level 9. It's taken out by Sizz. Way deep, way deep. This is looking good. Oh my god. Now I know what it's like to be a tanker. These guys are insane in here. So much work gets put in that I didn't even know was happening. So here is your, we'll call them these, in terms of chess pieces, these are the big pieces on the board. Your two heavies, your recon. Can't lose those pieces. Well, let's just get a quick recap. Off the start, Helios not having much of an issue capping our midpoint. Verville-sur-Mer, a heavy favorite for the German team to cap, and they did so. But ever since the cap, it's just been nonstop fighting off Syndicate wave after wave after wave. We've been here almost 45 minutes, and it's been a dogfight the entire time. Helios has not been able to clear out Syndicate. I mean, obviously because of the proximity of garrisons being so close to the mid, and it's protected. You've got tanks. Whew. This is crazy. I mean, this is not going to change. This is going to come down to the very end. Win, lose, or draw. Neither team is going to push either off the midpoint. It's a matter of who can win the key gun battles with some timed up arty like we're seeing now. Airhead drop down. It is contested. I don't believe they've got eyes. Tanks are going to be able to control. This is key moment right here, guys. Key moment. This is what you like to see. All the inf pushing in toward the church. This is when you need that satchel, and keep pushing out. Just don't sit on the point. Tanks are covering the airhead beautifully. Arty may or may not know it's down. Mage might not have a call out. 50% cap for Syndicate, meaning 1 minute. 1 minute from now, if they can maintain this, they will reclaim the midpoint. Helios has done this, been there before. They've repelled every single thing the Syndicate's thrown at them. German bombing run, no doubt. Along with... oh my god, frames are tanking. Precision strike. Doesn't get anything. 7-6. Mr. Dew's lead tank pulls up. This is cray. It's gonna happen for Syndicate. They're gonna reclaim. They're gonna reclaim this after fighting for 45 minutes, half the match. 3-2 in a second. It's official. Syndicate digging, and finally get what they've been looking for, which is that mid cap. Quick check of map. Now it's readjusting all these garrisons and positioning now in the 5. You know, Command's got a busy life. He's going to have to redeploy on every single one of these garrisons. Pull the ones that are not important. Replace. Daddy needs to build one up over here by Verville West, or what is it, West Verville up here north. Obviously one on the point itself. Controlling this, we've got a garrison. D9 will pop that up in a second. Syndicate looks like they can actually control the midpoint now that they fought so hard to actually get it. Tanks are worried about the flank from the infantry. That's why guns are faced south. Mr. 2 is now a frontline tank. These guys heavy in the shit. Wicks out of a tank. I think that tells you a little bit about what's going on for Helios. I mean, currently probably waiting on a heavy. So folds himself into a infantry squad to help out on the reassault of Verville-sur-Mer. A little bit of a danger to keep both your tanks. Don't want to keep them there too long. Got Mr. Dew calling out a tiger somewhere. All I know is these guys cannot sit together for too long. They got bombed on a precision strike last week against Climber. Took out both 76s. So make sure these guys are not sitting there repairing. Kill Switch doing God's work over here, building rep stations. He's killing the frontline inf. All around freaking player. Repair stations up. Might even redeploy. He's going to stick with that engineer kit and protect the tanks. Let's pull up map. Situation. Heavy front door pressure from Helios. South was always clear, because that's where Syndicate loaded from. So I'm going to take a look to the north, get an idea. Helios wants to attack, it seems, from the north. Let's give the love up here to the north. Stealthy just holding lines. I mean, these guys aren't dealing with the amount of volume, but let me tell you, if these guys get burnt out, it's a problem. So even though these guys don't get that kind of volume, like respawns, but if they get burnt out, if they lose the north, if they get burned out in the north, it's so Syndicate heavy in the 5 going west. Probably one of these buildings, if not the buildings right to their front. Blooms. Soledad. Definitely looking to maintain dominance on the top and push everything down. And now the new front line must shift. I would imagine north is important, but this is crazy. South is just as important as well. Lights are taking out Zan. Takes out Mongo, gets 2. Sniper Girl looking the wrong way, possibly. Sniper Girl with the FG-42. We'll just park it here. We'll see how this squad does. Bloody 9 squad tasked with taking out, was it Zan squad? with help from another squad lead, Sizz. Was it Greyhound over here pushing, trying to control front door where Kill Swatch is. Recon flare. Mudborn popping that off. So B9 squad, some tough sledding. They've got 2 squads to deal with in the south. Evac joining. Man, forget about these guys all the way down south. Map edge. I mean, we're talking Richie B, one of Syndicate's best shooters. Tommy taking out Mike and Richie. So where are we? Comp. This is comp, boys and girls. They go map edge to map edge. Maybe not all the way up on top of the 3, because this is your 4th defending. You're definitely going to have bodies at the bottom of the map. If Evac can get his squad in and get an OP deep, you know, stack that and come up the backside of Orchards. Yeah, 2. Yeah, we'll come back to this. We'll see if they make any progress. Gas is trying to carefully peek Forbes. Hearing something about a garrison from Twad. Above the SL. E9 is just covering the back end. So big picture, this is the south. Right here. This is the new front door for Orchards. Blycher looking to pop Garrison. Got the pocket watch ready to rock. Garrison going up. This is great for Syndicate. Syndicate is now, like I told you, they've replaced garrisons. Well, some of them in the G. They've got 2 now in the F and 3 in the E column. So the longer this goes on, we're talking 30 minutes remaining in the match. Maybe the window is starting to shrink for Helios. Their time to counter quickly is now gone. Now they need to mass up tanks and INF and figure out how to re-attack Verville. Oh my goodness, that is a... Let's get behind us. That is something significant. Most likely garrison, red zone. Syndicate falling asleep somewhat on the defensive side. Zan running into some MG fire. These guys, again, looking at OP. Can he replace OP? Yes, that is literally on the map edge of where you can place your OP. That's a great response by Syndicate. Syndicate's like, no, 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 no. We'll give up that front line. We are not going to let them wrap us. Great communication. Great communication. Syndicate recognizing the threat was more than just one. It's probably a garrison red zone somewhere. Potentially Widow. Widow's a...
Get fucked, pussy!
Yeah. I'm running with this boy Widow, though. Mark takes down Widow, but I don't think Doc Holliday been called into action. Needs to help clean up the back end. Just looking for SLs. We got an SL way out wide and Will B. Will is out there by where Data is. Oh my God, he's way further south. This dude is out here. Where the hell? Like, this is how deep he is. He's in H6. And where is he going? My guess, he's going to try and bury something in G8. I mean, it'll be a minute before we hear from Will B. Now, garrison mark accurate? Question mark? Abso-freaking-lutely. German garrison marked, and you can hear by that sound, in case you didn't know, that's a locked out garrison. They cannot spawn off it. Helios must clear the area. Mike squad. Stealthy inbound. It's locked out. Stealthy's like, got this. Garrison removed. Well done. And in the meantime, Orchards. Gas handling whiskey. Tiger out in the open. Here, Mr. Dew. Athens, nah. Let's get a quick check on these tanks. So the other tank, they don't have visuals. I don't think they do. Yeah, don't think Tits and Shadow and Heat have anything. Tank is lit up. Recon. So where exactly are we? Charlie OP. Recon flare going up. Might have a garrison sitting here somewhere buried behind, recessed, and maybe even here, potentially. Counter. Where are Syndicate tanks? Okay, we have tank, Lord Jax, Gloomy, and Martin. They're on the point itself. Infantry, though, is getting in. north of the point. Let's hook with Angelo. Oh my God. Tough sledding. Charlie Squad, Snacks, Zemo, Mr. Holiday. Yeah, those guys were running into a brick wall. Again, it's all about that OP, though. If Angelo's OP is up, they'll just respawn and let's do it again. Anyway, I hope you guys are liking the stream. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe. I got a big match going on tomorrow. Taking on, or should I say, Syndicate taking on the perennial #1 Hell Let Loose team in Esprit de Corps. Gonna broadcast that 2 o'clock tomorrow Eastern Standard. The map will be Herkin Forest. So if you guys are enjoying the stream right now, tomorrow is going to be even more lit than this one already is. Because I mean, let's face it, anytime you're playing the #1 team, I mean, there's your ultimate litmus test against, you know, a Spree who just doesn't lose. So I'm excited to cast because I just want to see just how good this Syndicate team is. Can they beat a Spree even in a scrimmage, though? I mean, it'll tell you just how ready they are for seasonal. So the boys on Syndicate locked in, holding northwest of Verville-sur-Mer. Helios has probably garrison buried in these cluster. Right, let's get deeper. This is where all the sneaky Cap K. Cap is... Cap is going to run the edge of the F column. So while front door is just trying their best, this is Cap. He's here. Data transfer, Sandy. This is maintaining map control, being disciplined, sitting and waiting. This is where Syndicate kind of fails a little bit from time to time. Their discipline on the back end sometimes, you know, causes them to lose matches that, you know, they're winning. I mean, let's just flash back to when they lost to a Spree, APL. They were winning on El Alamein, Desert Rat Trenches to the north. We're winning 95% of the match, and then within the last 10 minutes, kind of got lax on that defensive end, and it cost them. So, kudos to Twad and the squad defending to the northeast. There's Robert. Patience. Where's Robert? Sitting there, looking to control the area just north. Doesn't have many targets at the time. What in the hell was that? Medium? Panzer IV coming at you. $18 minutes on the clock, but let's call it 16 and change. 2 minutes for cap progress. Panzer IV looking to help out on the front door for orchards. Oh boy, this is Snips. Snip is like, oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't have to come look for you. You just come right to me. Appreciate you. Here, let me give you a little something for your troubles. Hey, thanks for lightening that up. Snip said thank you. Who was the other guy who got that rocket in there? Kind of Richie. Snips owes you a beer. Soledad taking one. Burns out OP. Good fight over this little compound. OG finding himself all alone. Wow, Solo getting two squad leaders. Shocks. Oh my god. Mage. Artillery. Dirty with it. Big map. Syndicate pressing front door. D column filled with OPs in D6. None of them are flagged. So immediately it's telling me Helios is on the back foot defending orchards. In fact, in the 8, King, Abel, and Dog Squad of Belcher, Evac, and King Squad, whoever he is, not even flagged either. And this is the soft cap. So orchards... they're very, very tight at the moment. Things are starting to get a little uncomfortable right now for Helios if they're looking to mount a comeback. They're fighting off fourth. They're not even in a position right now to re-attack our mid. Vierville-sur-Mer, which is to the north. You guys see it there. They're locked into a front door fight. That's just big balls by Soledad. Panda should be able, if he sees him. Oh my god, Soledad, you get in there. Look at you. Look at you getting across that open field. Now get that kill. Wonder how close his OP is, so the rest of his squad mates don't have to traverse that open field. I mean, front door is getting bombarded right now. The other heavy tank is on the point itself. Wicks had a Tiger tank out to the east somewhere. Time is definitely not on the side of Helios. 12 minutes approximately left in the match. And for Helios to even have a chance at this point, they got to push out this front door press by Syndicate. And hopefully they've got the next point prepped, Vierville-sur-Mer with supplies. Because right now, this is significant. Garrisons, I mean, really tough. Holy. Man, Richie doing work, taking out the sniper. Reloading that Garand, you hear it? About to run into Braz. Actually, he ran into more than Braz. He ran into United and Excel. Front door's open. Oh my God, a big Garrison spawn with the tank. This is how tight Helios is right now, defending their 4th point, which is Orchards. Here's your Garrison sitting in this compound. Martin gets the tank, just heard the call out in Discord. One of the heavies, Helios, dead. The only one left standing in this fight, Wix's tank. Command has that bombing run. They've identified where Garrison is. I mean, we could be looking at a 4-1 in the next minute or so. If you guys are interested in getting involved in this competitive scene, make sure you hit up the Syndicate Discord. Get in touch with Daddy or OGK. These guys are more than happy to throw those recruit tags on and put you in one of these scrimmages and see how you do. But I'll tell you what, first half of the match, Helios fighting, pushing Syndicate off the midpoint, Verville-Sumer multiple times, but eventually, is that a precision strike, guys? Did you peep that? That get with, oh shit, precision strike from Shaytex gets the Tiger on the point proper. Shout out to the commander, great job, dude. I mean, this is putting serious dents in Helios' ability to reattack. I mean, they're going to stay stuck on 4th defending for quite a while. We've got Abton Panzer, our artillery guy. He's got marks on this trench. And there they start landing. And we're just going to watch them all just land. Inf needs to move up. Guys in the northeast with Swarm, Soledad, Bloody Nine. All of those guys are going to start pushing through this apple orchard. Swarm about to run into Gibbs. And a great job recognizing the inf is tight. Rowdy's trying to come out and maintain that edge. He and Haggard are about to get acquainted real quick. Rowdy's just sitting there waiting. I don't know if Haggard knows. Yeah, he's seeing, should I say he's feeling, takes down Rowdy. Takes down Confused. Swarm updates OP. It's in the berm somewhere. You know, and this all happens because front door pressure is consistent, guys. Any of you that play pubs, it just, you don't understand. You have to constantly press front door in order to allow these flanks to happen. These guys here wouldn't be eaten and gaining ground without the work that Chocks, Doc, Davey, Tanks, even Commanders up in there in that front line. Allowing these guys to flank, drawing so much attention to the midpoint. Helios completely bottlenecked up. They don't know whether to push for map control or help defend the midpoint. Now, I'm not sure, are we going to get cap progress on this fourth point? It's not going to matter. OPs are not even flagged. It's indicative of Helios being backed up all the way into orchards. You guys see it. They're all in orchards. Commander artillery, artillery from Achtung Panzer. Some HE rounds being shelled by Bossman's tank. You know, and possibly even a bombing run. You add all three of those things together, Syndicate could hit this fourth point. And I think once they know that the game is in the bag, so to speak, I think we're going to see that push right around the 4-minute mark. Because at the 4-minute mark, it's going to take something special out of Helios. They're down 2-3. But things will be decided in the next minute or so. Yeah, these boys are just happy with where the rest of the tanks. So tanks moving in. We got a tank behind us. Martin, Gloomy, Lord Jax, Bossman, Clad, Mr. Do. So 2 heavies, 3 heavies. I mean, Syndicate hasn't even pushed all in for fourth. But I mean, they're on the cusp. They're just waiting, letting Inf do what they do. You know, fight those. I'm hearing Mr. Do right now. He's saying, I'm going to push forward a little bit. So Mr. Do is saying, push forward. Here we go, Garrison, Davy Jones gets taken out, but I mean, damn, they have to know Garrison. Yeah, all the boys are in. You keep pushing, you're gonna find the Garrison. Where exactly is Dew's tank? I mean, bombing run, airhead combo, Shatex. Now, did he get the Garrison? That's the big thing. I don't know. Garrison's been in this trench the whole time. Zan's been trying to hold it. Do full commit on the heavy Fourth point. Airhead still up. Tiger behind the point. -1 crew member. We just park it right here, boys and girls. This is going to be the fight. Don't think the Tiger is going to get involved in any of this. So it can't even support the Inf. In fact, it's losing ground. If this Inf can turn the corner and get a satchel, Deuce Tank is moving into the point. Excuse me, Lord Jax. Gloomy, Martin. I think it's going to happen. Inf is in that house, cooking. They got all the smoke support they need. I mean, boys and girls, we could be looking at a 4-1, and I think that might be appropriate. Inf out toward the northeast. Point itself. Tiger, kill switch, possibly Hagrid. Hagrid, kill switch. One of those two are going to get it. No, Hagrid does not have satchel. Interestingly enough, midpoint under contention. Bombing run from Axis bombing run. Airhead from, this must be a Helios airhead. Are we sure about that? Yes, we are. Gibbs gonna try and protect airhead from Smithers. Wow, this is crazy. Holy shit. This is sick. If this push fails from Syndicate, never mind, what am I talking about? I'm a freaking idiot. I'm an idiot, dude. It's over. It's freaking... Syndicate's got this. They've had it. Got so caught up in this damn game, I forgot the damn game's over. Three, 2 Syndicate. Let's get these scores. Shaytax, man, this guy, every time he commands, doing a good job. Athens Tank. Yeah, I don't get a lot of time. I got to spin it through. Let me get the rest of these guys. All right, we got everybody in there. Okay, crazy. Just listen to Mr. Do. He makes me crack up every time, dude. All right, let's get back into the studio. Hopefully, nothing happens bad. Nice. All right. What a great match. I told you guys you were in for a really exciting match, and I think you be the determining factor. I think they delivered on that match. I mean, the first 45 minutes was sick. Absolutely sick. Back and forth, 8 or 9 times. Syndicate had to throw bodies into that midpoint while Helios was able to repel that multiple times. But yeah, I'm going to say, I'm at around the 1 hour mark. I think they recaptured the midpoint, Verville-sur-Mer, and held on, not even held on. Syndicate didn't hold on. They were pushing the 4th point, almost capped the 4th. Pretty impressive win. Looking really good going into seasonal. Syndicate playing the Zoo next week. The Zoo. How do I say the Zoo? The Zoo is a little bit of the Refuse team, a French community. and maybe they've got some more pieces elsewhere, but I mean, it seems like every couple of months, the French community decides to just rebrand themselves. I mean, I go back as far as like the Five, they were the Five. Then they were the Blacklist. Guys, remember Blacklist? And then there were Refuse, and now the fourth iteration of the French community is now called the Zoo, and they will be playing them next week. Don't know any of the details quite yet, just know who's facing who. So that's going to be a banger. I know it. It's going to be like this kind of a match. Like the Zoo is on that level. Like, I mean, are they a top 5 team? I think Syndicate, the Zoo, if they're not top 5, they're definitely near that. I mean, 7 and 8 respectively. I mean, the way that the Seasonal has put this out, they've matched up teams that are very, very similar in skills. So, next week's match, hopefully I get it. Maybe if Orga does me the solid and we get to cast that, I think it's going to be a great match. So, and I think Syndicate's going to come in, believe it or not. I think the favorite. I think they've proven it today, beating HELIOS pretty decisively. I mean, they look good. They look good. I mean, this is their A roster against, I want to say, a very formidable HELIOS roster. So right now, going into the tournament, I want to say Syndicate has the slight advantage. They're looking really strong. Once again, they're going to play a spree tomorrow, 2 o'clock. Definitely tune in for that. It's gonna be insane, dude. Definitely subscribe. Notifications. It goes live around 2 o'clock. So we're going to see just how good Syndicate is. If they can actually press a spree and possibly even win, you're going to get an idea of just how good this team is. I think they have a chance to, surprise some of the very, very best at the top. So, yeah, definitely tune in. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this match. I know I did, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever it is you're going to do, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.